Greetings, fellow scribes! Welcome back to the archive. This week, I'm kicking off a 6-part series on the realms of Pugmire. Parts 1 and 2 are going to be devoted to the kingdom of Pugmire itself. Parts 3 and 4 are going to be dedicated to the monarchies of Mao, the realms of the cat people. And then parts 5 and 6 are going to be devoted to the Pirates of Pugmire, which is the cats and dogs and lizards and birds who sail and ply the acid sea. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we kick off with the realm of Pugmire itself. The storm outside rages. You and your party, Pomeranian artisan, a Cully shepherd, and a Doberman stray, have managed to make your way through the ancient ruins. The ruins had a big H on the outside, a sacred symbol of man, denoting a place of medical knowledge. And you have found your way through the things that had moved in. Rats, badgers. And you've made your way to the library, or what you would call a library. And there, hooked to one of the boxes of man by a cord, is what you came for. A flat piece, almost of glass, with a white back to it, and the sacred apple of knowledge. Your artisan starts it up, using tricks that they have learned to bypass the request on it to enter a password. For man was a cunning thing who kept his knowledge hidden behind obscure magical texts and firewalls. And there, with a happy yip, your artisan responds, "We found it. We've got the cure for the disease. We have what we came for." And then you get to fight your way back out. Back to your nearby village in Pugmire. And hopefully you're able to make the cure. And that is the sort of thing that happens in Pugmire. To us, I just described a tablet, an iPad. In the realms of Pugmire, that is a magical device. It was found in the middle of a hospital. Though, to the due to the dogs of Pugmire, it was found in the ruins of the great civilization of man. Because in the world of Pugmire, humanity is gone. What is left are the animals we have uplifted. And to the dogs of the kingdom of Pugmire, run by the Pug family. Yes, it is little pugs that rule the biggest dog kingdom. There's various reasons for this. I'm not really going to go into those. But you're dealing with a world where humanity's gone. Where the dogs worship humanity. So much so that they have a religious code that they follow, called the Code of Man. And it has 6 tenets. Tenet 1. Be a good dog. Tenet 2. Obey the master. Tenet 3. Bite only those who endanger you. Tenet 4. Defend your home. Tenet 5. Stay loyal to those that are true. And Tenet 6. Protect all from the unseen. There is a 7th tenet that kind of, some follow, some don't. It's called fetch what has been left behind. So, yes, these are the main philosophies that guide the dogs of Pugmire. And different dogs are put into different families. Each family is based on the species of dog. You know, Pomeranians, Chihuahuas, Pyrenees, Rottweilers, Dobermans, Dachshunds, etc., etc. And that is the core of what makes Pugmire. These different dogs, these different dog species. There are some that are mixed breeds. They're called mutts. And many of them are proud of the fact that they are mutts, because it means that they are free dogs, that they are not bound to the kingdom of Pugmire's rules, and they are outside of the kingdom itself. Nope, not all mutts are like that, but free dogs tend to be more or less made of mutts. Now, from a technological perspective, the realms of Pugmire has reached about the 14th or 15th century for the most part. The dogs, cats, etc., have had to work fairly hard to get up to that point. There are some exceptions, like the ability to melt and shape plastic, necessary for the acid sea. But for the most part, their technology is standard fantasy world level technology. Now, there are shepherds who are clerics and artisans who are wizards. Shepherds are given once they've completed their studies, are given an injection that connects them to the old ones and lets them call upon priestly magic. Healing spells, that sort of thing. The artisans have, they have a masterwork focus. This could be many things, but it looks for the most part innocuous. A ball that kind of shimmers different colors. A black rod that just kind of has different designs shifting along it. Stuff like that. And when an artisan casts a spell, energy comes from their masterwork focus into them and then out. That's what the official view of it is. In all cases, these masterwork focuses are actually science-based. We might not necessarily know what they are, because, man reached a point before he vanished of being able to uplift dogs, cats, rats, badgers, lizards, and birds, at the very least. And these uplifted animals have recreated various types of society. For the dogs of Pugmire, it is a single kingdom ruled from a central throne, and it's basically a medieval kingdom. The classic fantasy kingdom. The monarchies of Mao is a little different, and I'll get to that next week. But, not next week, but the next part, when I talk about the monarchies of Mao. But, yes, the key thing here is it looks like magic, but it falls to the dogs. And there are things that they will find, magical artifacts, like iPads and scooters, that fall under the category of any technology that is sufficiently advanced looks like magic. And you add to that the fact that humanity reached technology levels where they had nanomachines. It pretty much means most spells done by the artisans aren't actually magic. They're actually science, advanced applications of technology that the dogs don't clearly understand. That they don't totally comprehend. But that's the core of Pugmire, really. Next week, I'm going to talk about the systems with a heavier look towards the character creation, because the system itself is a variation on 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. So that will be a very quick portion with all the meat in the variations on character creation. So until then, I'd like you all to remember to have fun and keep gaming.